I'm from CHA. We are the design engineers of record for the Tivoli Park Improvement Project at the City of Albany. On the phone, we have Palomi Sen, who is the client contact for this project. We're going to just go over a couple things, housekeeping things quickly. The presentation should take about 15 minutes, and then I'll open it up for questions. Please note that questions will not be answered here today on the phone, but will be answered in the addendum that will be coming out today. So we should have all those answers to questions, and we're going to get going. So I'm going to share my screen so that way everybody can take a look at things. So couple things, right? So sealed bids need to be received by the Board of Contract and Supply. They're located at 24 Eagle Street, room 202, Albany, New York, 12207 until 1 p.m. next Friday, February 21st, 2025. The work site's located at the Tivoli Park Preserve. Work includes providing all labor, materials, machinery, tools, equipment, and other means of construction incidental to the completion of the work shown on the drawings described in the specifications, including but not necessarily limited to the following: construction of an accessible pedestrian trails, installation of a floating dock, construction of trailheads, including vehicle barriers, signage, play equipment, and pedestrian furnishings. Drawings and specs can be examined at the Board of Contract and Supply. Ms. Palomi Sen, Senior Planning Project Manager, is the contact for the owner for this project. So a couple things to note. The contract will run from the date of acceptance by the city, which is anticipated in early March. And currently, it is anticipated to be completed by June 15th of 2025. We know that is a quick time frame. However, there are grant requirements that are driving the bid date or the contract date to meet those times and terms. Just a quick rundown of the project itself. So when we look at the project, this is Tivoli Park Preserve. There are the first component is ADA trails. The ADA trails will run around the perimeter of the existing Tivoli Park Preserve. There are approximately 1,200 linear feet of repair of trail along the existing trail network that is currently in place there. That requires just a stabilized top dressing of some existing material. It does not include full depth reconstruction of any of the existing trails that are there. We have 3 trailheads, one located at North Manning Boulevard, one located at Wilkins Ave, and one located at Quail Street. We do have a floating dock that is floating ADA accessible floating fishing pier that is located here. We're going to just go quickly through some things. Again, we've got materials plan, which includes stabilized crusher run and chip and seal for the pathway areas. Let's go back for a second. Oh. As you can see, generally the limit of work, the limit of clearing is pretty tight along the corridor. Generally, it would it would be from approximately 12 feet to 20 feet over a majority of the area. However, there are certain areas where we are going downslope where you can see that there's more fill and more grading that's associated with some of the switchbacks. Uh, as everyone knows, there is a restriction for when trees can be cleared. That limit right now is March 31st. So all clearing of trees above 3 inches in diameter needs to be completed by that time. Stumps do not need to be removed by that time. However, the trees do need to be felled by that time. Again, you can
Yeah,
see I'm going to take questions at the very end, Michael. Is that okay?
that's fine. Yep.
Okay, just let me get through everything, and then maybe some of the questions that you may have will be answered. There will be a SWIP that's created for this project that will include all of the trail work. It will include all of the work associated with the trailheads as well. That will be forthcoming and available by the time that signed contract by the selected contractor is executed. It's gonna kind of just run down through here. There are cross sections available for the contractor to understand where certain fills are. We've got details, trail details, uh, stabilized pull-offs. This is an ADA accessible trail, so the ADA accessible standards apply. The design plans have been developed to provide those constraints that are available. Okay, so this was the trails section. I'm just going to go and get to the trailheads. We'll start with the first trailhead, which is out at North Manning Boulevard. This is just south of the KIPP School or just west of the KIPP School and just north of the Livingston Apartments. Going here, you can see we have a new access road that ties into the existing access road. The existing road and turnaround that is there currently will be removed and replaced with this access road. And the pathways that you see around here, as well as a trailhead feature here, which is consisting of kind of a council ring and some additional seating. There's picnic tables with concrete pads. There is an area in this location for a playground or a pollinator garden. The pathway that is here is shown, but this pathway will be completed by others, the same as this pathway here will be completed by others. Again, this just is a more of a formal layout plan. Grading plan, you can see that when we take a look at it, there are asphalt and concrete paths around here. There is a set of stairs to bridge the gap. There's approximately a 4-foot difference between this elevation here and the trail elevation below. General landscape plan. There are no shrubs in this plan, only trees. Again, details that kind of go through what we're looking at. Details for the council ring, which is a concrete stem wall with facing and a top with a fractured flagstone um, plaza area. Uh, just go back here. So this is the playground. This is an ADA accessible playground. There are a number of pieces of play equipment for this alternate. This is a conceptual arrangement and alignment of those items. Again, these are the basis of design elements that are here. They have been provided by Compan. That is a preferred city standard. And then we've got a preliminary layout for those. These are conceptual in nature right now. And as the design is developed, those will come into more final design as the contractor moves through the procurement stage.
Hey, Nick, I apologize for interrupting here.
Yep.
Where specifically is this? Because the details you're looking at are not on the contract plans that are out for bid.
I know these are coming out today. Everything that's here is coming out today.
Understood.
So
Okay.
I understood that there were
Yep.
some holes the last time. All those holes have been filled, so you'll have a full complement of plans for all of the elements that are anticipated here.
Okay. All right. No, that's fine. I missed that. So thank
Sorry
you.
about that. I should have explained that a little bit better. So this was alternate two for the North Manning playground. So there are the trailhead. The playground is another subset alternate. Then we've got. Let me just go down through here for a quick minute and. So we do have a floating ADA fishing pier. So it's anticipated that you're going to have an 8x20 floating dock, a 5x40 gangway. These have railings around them. You'll have dips in the railing on three sides to allow for fishing by everybody. We anticipate that, it's a non-movable connection point to the existing bank and pathway. We've got an 8x20 floating dock. We've got accessible dips and railing. Gangway, the fishing dock, and the railing shall be constructed of an aluminum frame material. Railing shall also be round tube aluminum and capable of withstanding 250-pound lateral force load. Float shall allow the dock to have a freeboard of plus or minus 10 inches between the water surface and the dock surface. Anchor chains shall be suggested by the manufacturer. Anchors shall be as required but by the manufacturer, but no less than 125 pounds per anchor. Round anchors will not be considered. This project needs to include solar bubblers, provided in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions and in conjunction with the dock designer. Manufacturers, dock doctor, or approved equal. And then there is another alternate that we have for the trailhead. This is a pollinator garden. Basically, it's a system of paths, some seating areas, and perennial plantings within this area itself. Then we have the Quail Street trailhead, which is an alternate. There will be removal needed vegetation up at this end. The removal of vegetation at that end is going to be completed by others. There is existing pavement through here that's going to be removed. It'll be a full depth reconstruction for the removed pavement sections. As you can see, the new trailhead will include a minimized area of pavement, three proposed parking spots, one accessible spot. a new sidewalk from Livingston into the existing new trail and trailhead. We'll have signage as well as new striping, crossbar, minimal landscaping, um, new lawn area, new stabilized construction entrance here, and then new pathway from here. The one thing that I have to note is that this is an active parking lot for the adjacent Tivoli Park apartments. Access to these needs to be maintained at all times, but we understand that construction needs to occur. So we would need a 3-week notice for the tenants and the owner of the apartments over here when this will be completed and the duration of closure. So that way there can be an acceptable notice and level of time to make sure that folks that are currently needing to park here have another place to park. Again, there is some grade change here, but it's fairly minimal. So Wilkins Avenue, again, this is a new trailhead project, which includes a new path, a new trail connection through here, new tree plantings through here, and signage out at the road. Again, when you start to take a look at it, very minimal grade change through here. And again, this area is already cleared. There is no clearing that needs to happen through here. And then I just have the last thing, which is signage. So there are there's 5 new types of signage. One, there is a logo entry sign. This is going to be the large sign that is out next to Henry Johnson, Northern Boulevard, out in that neck of the woods. This one will be located a little bit closer at the North Manning Trailhead area. These informational maps will be located at all of the trailheads, one in each location. And then we have 2 smaller trail signs. This trail sign is really an ADA warning sign. And there are a number of places that where the trail starts and at those areas where exceptions needed to be made because of physical features. These informational signs need to be placed. And then there are trail signs. These, when you start to take a look at them, they provide, these are Core-10 steel. They have a cutout up top. They've got the name of the trail, how long the trail is, and the difficulty of the trail. These are all conceptual in nature. It's anticipated that the contractor will work with a sign manufacturer to provide a final sign design in concert with the city of Albany, and that those signs will be installed and really approved during the shop drawing review process as a delegated design item. So with that said, I think I've covered everything. Again, this is a prevailing wage project. Prevailing wage rates will be provided. There is a MWBE goal with this, as with all city goals, so the contractor should be aware of those. With that said, Palomi, am I missing anything else?
No, I think you covered everything, Nick. There's also the 6% service disabled veteran-owned business goal. So that's driven through the DEC grant that we're using for this project.
Yep. Okay. Okay, with that said, if anybody has questions, and it looks like, Michael, you got the You got a very special audience today, so if you've got questions, let me know.
Yeah, just touching back on, I guess my first concern just was the tree cutting. I have not been to the site. I'll try to get down there tomorrow with a little bit of better weather. Just what the extent of the tree cutting is, and if there's any concerns with getting an award. We're looking at a 2/21 bid date. And basically getting a contract in place in time to get the tree cutting done just seems very aggressive. That's all.
You are correct. It's aggressive, but we are hoping to get that taken care of very quickly. Again, we have a timeline behind the scenes that needs us to review bids and award a bid by the very early part of March.
Okay.
So, the intent is to, within that first week of March, issue a notice to proceed, notice of award to the contractor. So that way they can get the contract together, and as quick as they can get the contract together, we will be in a position to sign that contract and provide notice to proceed in a very short time frame.
Okay. Does CHA have any quantity takeoff?
No, not from a tree standpoint.
No, just in general for the project that can just assist in anything, or if not, would any digital files like CAD files be accessible to aid in quantity takeoff?
Not for the bid, but we can certainly provide our files to you for construction.
Okay, for survey purposes, we would need it, obviously.
Yep,
That just accelerate the takeoff process. Yep. Okay. I think those are the two biggest questions I have. Is there an engineer's estimate for the base bid or for the entire project itself, or budget?
We are developing that right now, to be fair and honest with you. There have been a lot of late ads, as you can kind of see, to get to the end of the game. So we are moving quickly towards an engineer's estimate to get that final. However, really the bids that come in and the estimate that we will have secured by the time next Thursday rolls around, those are the ones that we will be really kind of basis the analysis on. With that said, you're going to be north of $1.8 million for the work that we're looking at.
Yep. Okay. Thank you.
Michael, who are you with? I'm sorry, I didn't.
Oh, sorry. We're with I'm with CFI Contracting out of Johnstown. We've done some work for the water group in the city. We just finished up a project at, and of course I'm gonna blank on the name. If you bear with me for 1 second. Let's see. At the Furubich water plant. So.
Okay.
Yep. We do a lot of wastewater treatment work as well.
Okay. See any issues with the contract completion date?
It's going to be tight, I would say. I think it depends on the magnitude of the alternates that are chosen.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had an idea of schedule, what you were looking at for, I got to get into some quantities here, but, the base bid, if there would be any extension for any of the alternates, if there was a deadline for the base bid, and then specifically any of the alternates beyond that date or anything like that. But I'll have to get into the magnitude of the work itself to see.
Okay. I think there's probably that opportunity for some discussion and some movement, but probably not a whole lot. So only because, a majority of the funding is coming through a grant, which has an end date that's coming up. That's a final end date, and we really don't have the ability to move that.
Okay. Okay. The signs, I'm assuming, I mean, those are all gonna be custom made.
Yes.
I don't think there would be any kind of lead time issues on that. I think most of the other materials should be, outside of the playground items. I'm not sure what the lead time, some of those items are, if you've had any discussions with suppliers yet on that.
We have, but we haven't chatted about lead time. Generally lead time items that I've seen are anywhere from, 8 to 10 weeks.
Okay, okay. I think that's it from my end. I'll just get into the plans a little bit further detail here, and I mean, nothing's gonna change from, be modified, I'll say, from the existing set we have if I utilize those to start some quantity takeoffs.
Yeah, a majority of that. There've been a little couple tweaks and pushes here or there, but not much at all.
Okay, okay.
So, okay, great. Well, I appreciate everybody's time that was on the phone or was listening that I may not have seen. I wish everybody luck in their bid.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye. You too.
Thanks.